get underway here from Trenton Central High School, Tornado Alley. And Tornadoes in front 17-12 as we join action in the second quarter. 5:08 to go. Chris Hermer, Rich Fisher here with you today. Trenton coming in with a 5-6 record, taking on the Timber Creek Chargers today. And so far, Trenton with the advantage, and they add to it with the bucket right there from Ave Ingram, making it 21-12.
Yeah, it was a rough start for Trenton. Rough offensive start. They were 0 for 3 from the field, 0 for 3 from the line with 3 turnovers before they scored their first points with 3:58 to go. And trailing 6-3, they went on a 12-0 run to take a 15-6 lead, and they've maintained that advantage since. They've looked pretty good. Man-to-man defense, playing tough. They've been attacking the zone pretty well, and they just have to. All the stuff we were going to talk about in the pregame show, they've got to put 32 minutes together. That's going to be the key for this team. They haven't done that yet this year, and we'll talk a little bit more about it. Just pick up the play-by-play now.
At the line here, Noah Witzel-Smith hits them both to pull the Chargers to within 7.
Yeah, Tayron Grant with 5, Kadir Dixon and Ingram with 6 apiece for the Tornadoes, leading scorers.
Out of bounds, but it will stay with the Tornadoes. We got 4.5 to go. Second quarter. Chris Hermer, Rich Fisher, Makai Gundy with us. Big thanks to all of the support we get from the Trenton Central High School students and staff members. Chargers get the steal. Witzel-Smith along the baseline. Reverse layup is good. Noah Witzel-Smith pulls the Chargers to within 5. Tornadoes looking to bounce back against after a loss to West Windsor Plainsboro North, managing just 38 in that game.
Yeah.
And up and down as far as the results go. You had a 79-point outing against Nottingham. Right there on a drive to the bucket. Jerome Ford can't finish. And ball goes out of bounds back to the Chargers with under 4 minutes to go in the first half of play.
Yeah, Trenton's had some bouts of carelessness in this game. They've got 6 turnovers, some of them unforced, just silly passes.
Today's game on BCB brought to you by the Revere Restaurant, Team Toyota, Capital Health System, thanks to the New Jersey Education Association and Kessel Dermatology. The Chargers get it inside, post move, but C.J. Atkins doesn't get the bucket, and here come the Tornadoes, and one. Ave Ingram give him the bucket and a trip to the line. So that makes it 23-16. Thanks also to Haldeman Ford Subaru, here today, here yesterday, and here tomorrow. Thanks to Kaufman Printing, Italian People's Bakery, City of Trenton, and to Sioka Lincoln and Capital Area YMCA. Morrisville Chiropractic bring you portions of today's game. Chargers nearly lose it along the baseline, keep it alive. Here's Asa Wharton. Takes it to the free throw line, kick out.
I'll tell you, Chris, this lead could be a lot bigger. Trenton is 2 for 8 from the foul line so far.
That shot blocked by by Kadir Dixon.
Dixon is having an outstanding game so far. 6 points, 6 rebounds, 3 for 3 from the field. You just saw a block shot there. He's playing outstanding.
Thanks also to Hyundai of Trenton for making portions of today's game possible. Timeout on the floor with 3:01 to go. And it's the Tornadoes in front of the Timber Creek Chargers, 23-16. Haldeman Subaru's new state-of-the-art showroom now open on Route 130 in Robbinsville. beautiful new showroom and Subaru service facility, the region's finest and most modern Subaru dealership for a complete line of one of the most popular and dependable cars on the market. Visit Haldeman Ford Subaru in Robbinsville. Haldeman Subaru sales and service now at 1207 Route 130 in Robbinsville, and Haldeman Ford still proudly serving you on Route 33 in Hamilton. Haldeman, a name you can trust for honesty and integrity, the backbone of our community for 40 years. So Trenton Central with a 5-6 overall record, 3-0 in CVC Colonial play. Timber Creek 4-3 coming into today's contest, and they are 2-0 in the Tri-County Liberty. As we're back to action, out of the timeout quickly, pull-up jumper, no good, but following up, Jerome Ford, Ingram there pulling down his own miss.
Yeah, and for Timber Creek, Trenton wants to watch out for Chris Sowell. He's averaging 16 a game. He's got 25 steals. He's their playmaker. And you got number 24 underneath. He's tough underneath. He's somebody you got to keep off the boards. C.J. Atkins, his name is. And they got some very good players. They're a lot better than this 4-3 record they have.
Ingram at the line, can't connect on the first. Mercer County, have you heard the news? Kaufman's Printing, now offering same-day services on most orders, posters, banners, T-shirts, sport uniforms, and more. Mention WBCB Sports and get 10% off your order. Kaufman Printing at kaufmanprinting.com. That's kaufmanprinting.com. Rebound pulled down by Roseby Labintis, but they throw it away, and Tornadoes will inbound on the near side, get it into Cortez Phillips, now along the baseline, driving Ingram.
Trenton's doing a nice job defensively, which is what they want to do. They haven't been able to press a real lot, but they forced 9 turnovers so far.
Ingram inbounds into the corner, 3 ball there, no good, long rebound, looked like partially kicked out of bounds. And will stay with the Tornadoes, 2:36 to go, second quarter. Chris Irmer with Rich Fisher here from Trenton Central High School. Great to be back on campus. We're here each month for Trenton Today, joined by Mayor Reed Gussiora. Ingram on the drive, drops it off down low. Nice work inside. And the finish, Caleb Smith drops it through the cylinder to make it 25-16.
And if you're wondering where Juan Sanchez is, Trenton's leading scorer, he got his second foul at the end of the first quarter, so he has not. Oh, wait, he is out there. Never mind.
Wharton with the drive, and he scores with the left hand.
Well, Sanchez is playing with 2 fouls, so got to be a little careful, especially here at the end of the half.
Dixon out to Ingram, up top. Goes left, he kicks out, 3 on the way. A little too strong there from Sanchez. Tornadoes keep it alive momentarily and then lose it out of bounds and goes back to the Timber Creek Chargers. Chargers led by head coach Rich Bolds. And, of course, Darrell Young leading this Tornado team once again. And here is Chris Stowell, but rejected. Wow, Stowell with a powerful drive, but shot rejected. Another block. That time, Gennaro Ramos with the defense. Unlike years past, Trenton, they haven't gone as deep in their bench typically this season. And you don't see quite as much of the end-to-end pressure.
Well, they want to do that. They just haven't been. They haven't been getting the turnovers they want. You know, with the other night, Thomas Munoz came back to the lineup for the first time. He got 4 fast break layups, all off turnovers. But they got to, they got to keep D'ing up. And Pup Young said before the game, he goes, I hear my guys on interviews say, we got to play defense. He goes, well, don't just say it, do it.
Justice Avery connects for the Chargers to pull them within 6. And it stays there as brought up the floor, but poked away from Ingram. Stowell with the steal and the jumper. Chris Stowell makes it a 4-point game. Ingram going coast to coast, a wild shot. Count the bucket and send him to the line.
Pretty good body control there,
Wow.
I tell you.
Ave Ingram.
Trenton needed that. Timber Creek on a 5-0 spurt there. But Trenton's got to start making these free throws, 2 for 10.
I don't know how he got that one to go. Off balance, rims around, and makes it 27-21. With an opportunity to stretch it just a little further.
Excuse us, girls.
As we're under the minute mark in the first half. And Ingram connects to give the Tornadoes a 7-point advantage. Stowell with a long pass, stolen by Ingram. And as he goes for the drive, lost the handle. Wharton the other way. Nice little use of the glass, spins it off the window. That's good. And then a steal underneath, but unable to finish. Justice Avery, and the Tornadoes pick up the ball, and Coach Young wants to talk it over with 33 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Today's game on BCB brought to you by the Italian People's Bakery, proud to support high school athletics on WBCB. Check out their signature location, 63 Butler Street, for the finest rolls, deli meats, and pastries. Drive by, smell the homemade bread made daily, or have them cater your next party or affair. The Italian People's Bakery, 63 Butler Street, the place to go for the best hoagies on Sunday afternoons and the finest dessert trays for your next get-together. Check them out, 63 Butler Street in Chambersburg. The Italian People's Bakery since 1936. And mentioned our Trenton Today show, Mayor Reed Gussiora of the city of Trenton. Like to welcome all the students back to school after the holiday break and wish them the best of luck throughout this school term. And wish the Tornadoes the best of luck on the basketball court. Mayor Reed Gussiora, a proud supporter of Trenton's youth and the host of our Trenton Today show on WBCB. We do that here from Trenton Central High School in their digital audio lab with the help of Mr. Francis, Mr. Coniglio. Nice little move inside. Sanchez pulls up with the jumper, can't finish. Offensive rebound for the Tornadoes. That's a miss, but Sanchez is there with the stick back. So they stick with it and make it 30-23. And then on the other end, a travel by the Chargers. And the Tornadoes get it right back. To the bench for the Tornadoes goes Munoz. Out on the floor is Gennaro Ramos.
Great tenacity on the boards there, on the offensive boards for Trenton.
Trying to finish strong in this second quarter, and not quite ready to get back to action. Chargers making a last-minute switch, which means the Tornadoes can change some personnel. Trying to figure out who's out there, who's not out there. They had 6. All right, now we get to the right number. 5 guys. Just trying to get Ingram to put that back in. Gets it to Sanchez and gets it right back from him. 10 seconds to go before halftime. Nearly carried by Ingram. Over to Sanchez. Sanchez's pass almost taken away. And he's fouled. A push by Stowell. And so with the foul on the floor, foul to give for the Chargers. Tornadoes inbound with 2.5 seconds to go before the break. Ingram throws it away. This will count if it goes, but comes up well short. And we reach halftime with the Tornadoes in front of the Chargers, 30-23. High school hoops on the WBCB Sports Network, brought to you by the Italian People's Bakery. Thanks also to Haldeman Subaru. And I want to say thank you to Morrisville Chiropractic, providing quick and effective pain relief through natural healing at Morrisville Chiropractic, 632 Crown Street. They pledge to make you, the patient, part of their chiropractic family. In addition to providing neck and pain relief, Morrisville Chiropractic also will improve your overall health. Proper chiropractic treatment equals better health, so you can enjoy doing the things you like to do. Morrisville Chiropractic, 632 Crown Street, on the corner of East Trenton Avenue, opposite the Morrisville Shopping Center. They're open Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 10 to 1 and 3 to 6. And on Tuesdays, open 1 to 6. Visit MorrisvilleChiropracticCenter.com. Don't forget, you miss any of the action here on BCB today. You can read about it in tomorrow's edition of the Trentonian. For complete local and national news 7 days a week, it's all in the pages of the Trentonian or online, Trentonian.com. Tornadoes in front at halftime. We'll step aside and be back to recap first half scoring. Get you ready for second half action. It's all coming up on the WBCB Sports Network.
Or not. Advanced medicine starts with a Capital Health primary care doctor at locations near you in Mercer, Bucks, and Burlington counties. To find a Capital Health primary care location that's convenient for you, visit capitalmedicalgroup.org. That's capitalmedicalgroup.org.
Hi, I'm Gene Bowie of Seoka Lincoln of Lawrenceville. I'm a longtime Trenton. Hi, I'm Gene Bowie of Seoka Lincoln of Lawrenceville. I'm a longtime Trenton resident and supporter of Trenton Youth Athletics. And if you're in the need of a new or pre-owned Lincoln or any other pre-owned vehicle, please visit us at Seoka Lincoln of Lawrenceville, 2920 Brunswick Pike, Lawrenceville, New Jersey. And we hope to see you real soon.
This is Merrill Reese reminding you that Haldeman Ford Subaru on Route 33 in Hamilton Township is more than just a great place to purchase a new Ford, Subaru, or pre-owned car or truck. Their collision and service centers services all makes and models and specializes in fleet service. Haldeman's Collision Center is renowned for their work. It's a state-of-the-art facility, all insurance accepted, free estimates and loaner cars available, and one of the friendliest staffs around. From small dents to major repairs on any make or model, it's Haldeman Ford Subaru Collision Center, Route 33 in Hamilton Township. They're good! Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Kessel Dermatology offers great cosmetic dermatology featuring the latest technology in cosmetics, including Morpheus 8 for skin tightening and scars, ultraviolet A and B light treatment for psoriasis, eczema, and itching. Kessel Dermatology now offers Genesis and XLV laser treatments for wrinkles, facial discoloration, scars, and hair removal. Kessel Dermatology provides Botox and fillers. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology. Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Kessel Dermatology has a highly rated and award-winning dermatology team with over 130 years of collective clinical experience. They've been voted as the region's best dermatologist and doctor for 20 consecutive years. Over 1,500 five-star reviews from satisfied patients. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology.
My kid has perfect attendance. I never let him go to school sick.
All right, we are back here, Tornado Alley,
Hello.
halftime, with Trenton Central in front of the Chargers of Timber Creek, 30-23. Chris Ermer with Rich Fisher. And Fish, let's take a look at first half scoring for both of these teams.
Yeah.
You said a slow start for Trenton Central, but able to turn it around, and they had a pretty good finish to that second quarter.
Yeah, I mean, I'll tell you what, Chris, this is the third time I've seen Trenton This game is kind of typical of Trenton. They have some good stretches and some bad stretches. Now, I'm not saying you have to play phenomenal 32 minutes, but, a little lapses here and there and things like that. And a bad stat is 3 for 12 from the foul line. I mean, that's 9 extra points that you left on the table there. They really got to start, Timber Creek's 3 for 4 from the line. So each team has the same amount of points from the foul line. Timber Creek with 8 less foul shots doing it. So anyway, let's get to the scoring for Timber Creek. Asa Wharton leads the way with 8 points. Chris Stowell's got 6. Noah Witzel-Smith and C.J. Atkins has 4 apiece. And Justice Avery has 1. That should total to 23, I think. And for the Timber Creek shooting 10 for 27 from the field, 3 for 4 from the line, as we said. They have 11 turnovers. Trenton, Avai Ingram with 7 of his 11 points in that second quarter. He's got 11. Kadir Dixon with 6. Tayron Grant and Juan Sanchez have 5 apiece. Caleb Smith has 2. Thomas Munoz with 1. Tornadoes are 13 for 32 from the field. And again, that woeful 3 for 12 from the foul line. Trenton with 10 turnovers in the game. Only 3 in the first quarter. And they came in the first couple minutes, and then they kind of toned it down. But they got a little sloppy there in the second quarter. Good sign for Trenton, 23-16 in rebounds. That's pretty good. I mean, C.J. Atkins for Timber Creek, he's their big board man. He's got 6, but nobody else really hitting the boards that much. Kadir Dixon with 8 boards for Trenton, and everybody else chipping in. Sanchez with 3, Ingram with 4, Caleb Smith with 2, Jamal Smith with 2. So, rebounding by committee, good deal there. Trenton's just this game I think is going to be a war. I think it's going to go down to the wire. Timber Creek is a good team. They were 20-5 last year. Trenton eked out a 2-point win down there. But a couple of those guys are back from. They lost some good players from that Tri-County Conference Championship team they had, but Atkins is back and Stowell's back. Trenton is looking for their upperclassmen to lead, and they have to set the tone. And so far, they've done a pretty good job of doing that with Munoz and Sanchez and Dixon, Ingram. Just you gotta keep putting the D on, and they would love to press more. Get some pressure on making after made baskets. I'm not sure how easy it is to press Timber Creek though. They, look like they have some pretty good ball handlers. So. But all in all, a good first half for the Tornadoes.
And you mentioned it last year. These two teams met on February the 5th, and it was the Tornadoes getting a 50-48 win over the Timber Creek Chargers. Right now, they're up 7 at the half. We're here from Tornado Alley. Chris Ermer with Rich Fisher, and almost looks like if you look at the Tornado schedule, it seems like Disney on Ice might be coming here to Trenton Central High School because these guys go on the road, I think, for the next 5 straight games.
Was that what you meant?
Yeah. They're away at Ewing.
Yeah, they got some concert dates
Hightstown.
Here. Ringling Brothers, Barnum and Bailey's coming in.
I know that's how the Sixers and the Flyers sometimes do it or whatever. The Disney on Ice comes in January, and the Sixers got to head out to the West Coast. Well, Trenton Central won't be back home until January the 27th. I think they have either 4 or 5 games on the road before they get back here to Tornado Alley.
And you want to go out on this road trip off of a high note. You want to get a good win. And, Pup said, the last thing Pup said to me before the game, he goes, if we can get this win, this would be a very big win for us. He said, this is a good non-conference team. They're going to win games. They're a tough team. They're a good test. And if we can pass that test, it's a big win, confidence-wise and everything else. Trenton's, they're still looking to find themselves, really. It's been a really up and down game. They've had some good wins, and then they've had some bad losses. And, I'm not saying the West Windsor loss was bad. The West Windsor North loss was bad. They're 10-0, for crying out loud. That's a good team. But they lost to Lawrence. That maybe could have been a game they could have won. And If they can come out now and put, what they want to do, I'm guessing in that huddle he's saying, look, fellas, we want to build on this lead. We want to, whatever his final score is, we want us to win by more than 7 points. Don't get sloppy. Don't get lackadaisical. Just keep the pressure on all the way. So we'll see how it works out.
Yeah, they won the first half. Let's see if they can also win the second half. But the bottom line is get a W in the win column and come away with the victory. If your school would like a game, any sport, video streamed like the one that you're catching right now, contact WBCB Sports Director Brianne O'Neill at brianne@WBCB1490.com. That's Brianne at WBCB1490.com. Get the point guard in the mix.
Yes.
As the Tornadoes get it inside, Kadir Dixon kicking back out again. Again, Dixon along the foul line. Sanchez for three. Off the back rim, no. Ball bouncing around. It's up for grabs, and Wharton comes away with it. His pass stolen by Ingram. Up to Sanchez, pump fake. And he gets to the line. Nice job to get his defender elevated. And
Trenton
work
would
his way to
really
the free throw line.
Trenton would like to get Sanchez back on track. He had, and before the West Windsor game, he had 5 games in which he averaged 25 points a game, and then he had 8 against West Windsor, and that was his 7th just there. So they would like to see him get back on that nice groove that he was in.
Yeah, and sometimes one of the ways that a shooter can do that is at the line.
Yep.
Get out there.
And that's a good sign for Trenton after that bad first half at the line. We got to get this guy to get out of the way.
Stowell's pass is taken away. Nice job by Kadir Dixon. Sanchez, his miss followed up by Ingram, and Ingram gets tied up. Jump ball. And the Chargers with the possession arrow take over with 7:13 to go first quarter. Again, you miss any of today's action, read about it in tomorrow's Trentonian. Outstanding local and national sports coverage that you can count on 7 days a week. It's all in the pages of the Trentonian. Stowell with the drive. Kicks out to Wharton, who launches. Goes halfway down, pops back out again. Wharton on the drive, off the glass and good. Asa Wharton makes it 32-25.
Yeah, Trenton what they want to do, they want to keep this at a comfortable margin. They don't want to let Timber Creek get on a run and turn this into a war. I think it will be anyway, but, maybe they can hold them off.
Still holding that 7-point advantage. Ingram's bucket, no good. Dixon tries to stick back. It's a little too strong. Loose on the floor and diving for the basketball there. Jaden Bolds was the first guy on it. And did they get a timeout or a tie-up? Or a foul?
I don't know. A lot of interchangeable points moving around.
It is a
out there.
timeout, full timeout taken by Timber Creek. Coach,
go ahead.
Coach Young trying to get the explanation. Didn't guess his guy had possession, but looked like a defender was right there with a piece of the rock. 6:25 to go now in the third quarter.
Oh, I was just going to say the officials for today's game are Sean Fitzpatrick and Craig Owens. That's all.
Big thanks to Hyundai of Trenton. Car buying made simple at Hyundai of Trenton, 1655 North Olden Avenue in Ewing Township. Over 100 new Hyundai models from Elantras and Sonatas to SUVs like the Hyundai Santa Fe, Tucson, and Palisade, including hybrid models. Hyundai of Trenton, the inventory including a huge selection of pre-owned certified vehicles. Check out, they do no market adjustments on any car in stock. You get an extra $1,000 rebate trade-in value towards any new vehicle. Hyundai of Trenton will buy your vehicle even if you don't purchase a car. Fast payment, top dollar paid for your car. Hyundai of Trenton, car buying made simple, and the area's fastest growing dealership, 1655 North Olden Avenue, Ewing Township.
Chris, what's going on here?
Sanchez.
Was that a technical foul?
With 2 free throws.
And Trenton is getting the ball. They have Atkins up there with a third foul. I don't know if Atkins got called for technical or what.
Yeah, that loose ball. We were wondering what was going on with that.
Yeah.
Looked like a technical foul called on the Chargers. Then they took a full timeout. So when we got back to action, Sanchez at the line. He knocks down both free throws to make it 34-24. That one's taken away by Stowell. Reverse layup, and he gets the bounce.
Well, Stowell can do that. He had 25 steals coming into this game. And that's a good way to spark your team a little bit.
Yeah, right there, that advantage. You get those 2 free throws off the technical, but that possession taken away by Stowell.
Yep. Possible 4-0 just turned out to be 2-2.
Tornadoes again still holding a 7-point lead. Sanchez from distance, no good. Asa Wharton pulls down the rebound, races it up the floor into the corner. Long 2. That's missed, but backside rebound secured by Witzel Smith. And as he puts it on the floor, he takes contact. Ingram with the foul.
I think that's only his first. Yeah, that's only the first on Ingram. So he's okay.
And also not in the act, so on the floor. And the Chargers send it into Wharton. Pops the shot, no good. A whistle. A foul going for the rebound called on Tehran Grant. Picks up his second.
A couple of quick fouls there for the Tornadoes.
5:22 to go, third quarter. Stowell with the dribble. Works around Ingram. And a reach-in foul called on Ave Ingram.
3 fouls in a matter of seconds. That's never good.
That's his second, team's third.
2 quick ones by Ingram.
Checking in is Janaya Ramos for Ingram. He sits down with 2.
Is that Jaharis? Is that how you say his first name?
Jairus.
Jairus. Okay. Like John.
Stowell for 3. Big bucket there for Timber Creek.
Stowell relatively quiet in the first half with 6. Starting to heat up a little now. He's got a 16-point average. Leads the team.
Senior guard Thomas Munoz with the dribble, working against Stowell. Flips it over to Sanchez. Around the perimeter, Sanchez gets it back.
Pretty good ball handling there by Sanchez.
As he holds that pivot foot.
Yeah.
Tornadoes looking for a good shot, almost
Whoa,
throwing it away.
Close to standing on the baseline, on the sideline there.
Sanchez, little hesitation move there against Bolds. Gets it back, they send it around the perimeter, 3 on the way, off the back rim, no, but kept alive by Grant, and then Grant loses it. Wharton with the takeaway. Little up and under move, and Asa Wharton with another lay-in. And it's a 1-possession game. Chargers to within 2. Sanchez driving, and he is tied up.
Oh.
Chris Stowell.
Stays with Trenton.
Nice job by Stowell to stay with that drive.
Trenton needs a bucket here, big time. Some kind of score. Foul shots. And here comes
Timber Creek. Roseby Lubintis is in.
He's a D1 lineman prospect, Kyle Franco was telling me.
3 on the way, a little too strong that time from Kadir Dixon. And Witzel Smith racing it up the floor. Lost it and fouls Sanchez. Great job there by Juan Sanchez, the junior guard, using his quickness.
Oh.
And on the inbound, taken away by the Chargers, quickly up the floor, Wharton to Stowell. And Chris Stowell ties us up at 34.
Chris.
Back the other way, Dixon drives, tries to split defenders, takes contact, goes to the floor, and gets the whistle.
It's a 9-0 run by the Chargers, and Stowell's got 7 of them. That was a bad mistake by Trenton on that last possession. It, right into the teeth of a double team, almost turned into a triple team.
Dixon here looks like he's waiting for the ball at the free throw line, but I think that's going to be inbounded underneath the bucket. And so Ingram will put it in play. He's out there with Munoz, who gets the inbound. Grant, Sanchez, and it's Munoz with the pull-up jumper.
Boy, did they need that.
Finally, they stop that run for the Chargers, but right back to it. Timber Creek, Asa Wharton into the paint. His jump shot a little bit too strong. Good job defensively there by Munoz. And then Munoz takes the pass and does a little foot shuffle, does a little dance there before he puts it on the floor.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
Little two-step.
It would have been entertaining if it didn't cause a turnover.
Down to the 2.5-minute mark. Stowell's pass nearly taken away. It was deflected, and Timber Creek gathers it back up again. Stowell driving and spins it off the glass.
Well, Stowell is just starting to take charge of this game for Timber Creek. He's aggressive going to the basket. He's looking for his shot, taking it to the rack.
Back to even at 36. Ingram gets it poked away, loose on the floor. Witzel Smith down there. And what are they going to call?
Looks like a foul on
Grant for the Tornadoes had possession. A kicked ball is the call on the Chargers. So Ingram steps over to inbound. As in for Timber Creek is Jason McPherson. They get it into Munoz.
It's his first time in a game, I think.
Munoz working against Wharton. Wharton pokes it away, has it on the floor, and whistle and a foul. Foul on Asa Wharton, and now it looks like the officials, maybe a bit of a difference of opinion. Officials timeout with 1:50 to go, third quarter. It was the Tornadoes by 7 at halftime, and the Chargers have erased that deficit. Timber Creek not happy with the call on the floor, and I believe it was an emphatic call by the official to say some contact there. Like Wharton kind of throwing an elbow as he was going for the loose ball, or his elbow came down throwing.
Yeah, they haven't announced a foul yet, and they haven't put it up on the scoreboard.
Don't forget you missed the action here on BCB. Read about today's game in tomorrow's Trentonian. I'll jump in the gun. It's not sundown yet, but they'll have a full write-up. Check it out. Great local and national sports coverage that you can count on 7 days a week, or in the pages of the Trentonian or online, trentonian.com. All right, now they do put up the second foul on number 1.
Yes. 2 fouls for Asa Wharton.
Thanks to Haldeman Subaru, their new state-of-the-art showroom now open on Route 130 in Robbinsville. Beautiful new showroom, Subaru service facility, the region's finest and most modern Subaru dealership for a complete line of one of the most popular and dependable cars on the market. Visit Haldeman Subaru in Robbinsville. Haldeman Subaru sales and service at 1207 Route 130 in Robbinsville, and Haldeman Ford still proudly serving you on Route 33 in Hamilton. Haldeman, a name you can trust for honesty and integrity, and the backbone of our community for 40 years. So is this another technical foul?
Evidently.
as Sanchez again out of a timeout, steps to the line. Last time he knocked them both down.
Yeah, he's 4 for 4 from the line in this quarter.
And there he gets 1 of 2
Well,
to put the Tornadoes back in front by a point.
no idea who that technical was on. I mean, but Trenton or Timber Creek's 5 fouls now, so Trenton will be going to the line for every foul for the rest of the quarter if they get fouled.
They get it into Dixon. Dixon sees an opportunity to drive, but he lost his footing, kind of slipped.
Yep.
And a travel violation on the Tornadoes. Unfortunate there. Dixon looked like he had a clear path to a
he just
layup.
slipped. It was just a plain slip.
Into the corner for Asa Wharton. Back up top now to Stowell. He drives. Nice pass across the paint. And Witzel Smith hangs, takes a little bit of contact. No whistle, but he gets the bucket. And the Chargers back in front, 38-37. Kick out to Munoz, but offensive foul inside. Ingram called for the offensive foul there. I think it was Witzel Smith who took the charge.
That is 7 turnovers for Trenton in this quarter.
And a big one right there is.
Yeah. Actually 7 in the second quarter too. Didn't hurt them as much. They were outscored by a couple, but very costly in this quarter.
And a big one because Chargers have a little bit of momentum. They have now this 1-point advantage. They send it into the corner. Wharton from distance. No. Grant with the rebound. Quickly bounces it up to Sanchez. Spin move layup. Juan Sanchez puts the Tornadoes in front by 1.
Here we go.
Witzel Smith bounces it down low, loose on the floor, and it's poked away from Lubintis.
Yeah, Lubintis kind of bent down to get that and never could quite get the handle on it. And
last off at Timber Creek, so Sanchez will put it in play with just over 43 seconds to go. Ingram to the bench as Janeo Ramos back out on the floor for the Tornadoes. The Tornadoes up 7, and Fish, you said, think this one's going to come right down to the wire.
Oh.
That third
Timeout.
quarter, a timeout called, and good job by Coach Young as Sanchez was in some trouble.
Yeah, I just the way these two teams match up, it just looks like this is neither team's going to be able to pull away from the other one for any sustained amount of time. So
And, it has been a game of runs, so you never know. Right now it's the Chargers with the run, but Tornadoes with the 1-point lead. Today's game brought to you by the Capital Area YMCA, 431 Pennington Avenue in Trenton. They present an intro to martial arts for all ages. Get your karate on. Also, the Capital Area Y, along with Red Dragon Karate, presents Intro to Martial Arts with Master Ivan Mendez. Classes are Mondays and Thursdays, ages 4 through 10 and 11 through 17. Capital Area YMCA members classes are $35 per month. Non-members classes $55 per month. That includes uniforms, belt ceremony. Learn to build confidence, dedication, determination. For more info about the Capital Area YMCA Intro to Martial Arts classes, call 609-599-9622 or visit capitalymca.org. Munoz with the dribble up top as we're down to a half minute to go in the third quarter. Hands it off to Sanchez, puts on the brakes. Witzel Smith in front of him. Pull-up jump shot, no, but Witzel Smith with the foul, and Sanchez to the line.
He had Grant out here on the wing for a wide open jumper, but got to the line, so that's what you want to do. Either make a basket or get to the line and make your free throws.
And so far, so good for Sanchez at the line today. Pretty good job at the stripe. Today's game brought to you by Haldeman Ford Subaru. Gets 1 of 2 this trip, but the rebound pulled down by Grant. Grant nearly gets it taken away by Wharton, and then as Wharton fights for possession, he's called for the reach-in, and that'll be foul number 3 on Asa Wharton. Comes with 13.1 and a trip to the line, right, for the Tornadoes.
All right,
What was
plenty
that,
of
foul
time
5?
set up for that last shot. 13 seconds. Yeah,
Sanchez around Witzel Smith.
Sanchez
lays
says,
it
I'm not into taking my time. I'm going rack.
Count the bucket. And Sanchez to the line to add to the Tornado 4-point lead. And he does get the old-fashioned 3-point play to put the Tornadoes in front 43-38. Stowell quickly up the floor, tries to hit Asa Wharton on the break. It's turned over by, or it's stolen by Grant, and then as Grant brings it up the floor, traveling violation, which is going to come with just 1 second left in quarter number 3. So they'll put 1 second back up on the clock. And Timber Creek will be able to inbound. They bring in Lubintis. And maybe with Lubintis' size, maybe just throw something up high, see if he can tap it towards the bucket. Stowell to Wharton. He pulls up for 3 and got it.
Oh, wow. What a backbreaker for Trenton.
Asa Wharton makes it 43-41 as we reach the end of the third quarter.
Wow, with no time, Trenton was closing on a high note with a 6-0 run. And hey, give Wharton credit, man. Stayed calm, got the inbound, threw it, got it right up, and swished it right through. My goodness, that's a great lift for Timber Creek, and it's got to be a gut punch a little bit for Trenton.
Great lift for Timber Creek. Didn't look like that shot had a lot of lift on it, and somehow able to swish through. Today's game brought to you by the Italian People's Bakery, proud to support high school sports on the WBCB Sports Network. Visit their signature location, 63 Butler Street, for the finest rolls, deli meats, and pastries. Drive by, smell the homemade bread made daily, or have them cater your next party or affair. The Italian People's Bakery, located at 63 Butler Street, the place to go for the best hoagies and the best dessert trays for your next get-together. Visit them again, 63 Butler Street in Chambersburg. The Italian People's Bakery since 1936. Mercer County, have you heard? Kaufman Printing, now offering same-day services on most orders. Posters, banners, T-shirts, sport uniforms, and more. Mention WBCB Sports and get 10% off your orders. Contact Kaufman's Printing at info@kaufmansprinting.com. That's info@kaufmansprinting.com. Thanks also to Mayor Reed Gussiora and the City of Trenton, welcoming all the students back to school after the holiday break, wishing everybody the best of luck here in 2025, and the Tornadoes the best of luck on the basketball court. Mayor Reed Gussiora, a proud supporter of Trenton's youth. Fourth quarter underway, and the Chargers, Chris Stowell with the dribble, working against Sanchez, now double teamed up top, tries to send it down low, does find Witzel Smith, kicks out to Wharton. Wharton along the baseline, into the corner. 3, a little too strong there. Witzel Smith, though, backside rebound, and he'll get to the line. Shot off the mark, but takes the foul. And we start the fourth quarter with a Timber Creek trip to the free throw line.
So we said they had to get Sanchez going, and he had 11 of Trenton's 13 points in that third quarter.
And here we start the fourth, and an opportunity for the Chargers to tie us up.
Yep.
Witzel Smith pulls them to within 1. If your school would like a game, any sport, video streamed, contact WBCB Sports Director Brianne O'Neill at Brianne at WBCB1490.com. And we are tied up 43-43 with 7:37 to go. And Sanchez racing it up the floor, working against Wharton. And Wharton pokes it away. Good active hands there by 6'1" senior guard Asa Wharton. Guy who hit that big three right at the end of the third quarter. Three for Sanchez is good.
Sanchez is feeling it now. I mean, he's, you know, he wasn't doing much in that first half, but he just like this guy with the ball now, the two of them are starting to feel it and
Wharton
take this game
crossover
on.
drive off the paint, no good. Witzel Smith, his putback. He is fouled by Dixon. And two at the line for Witzel Smith for Timber Creek.
Witzel Smith has been big on the boards now all of a sudden. He's starting to crash that offensive board and trying to cash it into more points here. He just made 2 for 2.
Again, read about today's game in tomorrow's Trentonian. Outstanding local and national sports coverage. Count on it 7 days a week. It's all in the pages of the Trentonian.
This kid's money from the line, man.
Both
I don't think he's hit the rim yet.
And pretty good shooting from the floor and from the line today for both Timber Creek and the Tornadoes.
I jinxed him.
Goes 1 for 2, and lane violation on Witzel Smith. Tried to follow up his shot and got into the lane too quickly.
So does that count as a missed shot or a lane violation?
I think a missed shot.
All right.
I don't know.
I don't either.
I thought you're supposed to know that kind of stuff.
I turn to you, pal. You know, I'm going to have to go to that Morrisville chiropractic, man, because my back hurts from carrying you.
They'll take care of you. They'll get you adjusted.
That was my Billy Redner way of sliding a sponsor into the broadcast.
Well done. Sanchez's pass on the floor, picked up by Witzel Smith, throws it down to Chris Stowell.
Oh.
His layup is no good. Asa Wharton, though, with the rebound, and he's going to get called for an offensive foul on the clear out.
Ooh, that's going to be 4 on Wharton, I think. Trenton got a break there. Stowell missing that layup.
And Wharton just kind of trying to create some space for himself, had those elbows out, and is called for the contact.
I'm sorry, that's only 3 on Wharton.
Sanchez here working against Wharton. Dribbles around, pulls up at the elbow. Out to Ingram in the corner, up top again, Sanchez with it.
Well, you got Munoz right here. Nobody's on him. Wide open.
Yeah, right out on the wing near us.
Yeah. Got to find him. There he is.
And whistle a foul. This will be number 4 on Wharton.
All right.
So with 6:04 to go, a little Timber Creek foul trouble for one of their key guys.
That is unfortunate for Timber Creek. Hey, you get 4 fouls, man. You got to become a whole new player. You got to be aggressive enough to try to win the game, but not over-aggressive to where you're out of the game.
About 2 minutes gone in quarter number 4. And Ingram tosses it into Munoz. Working against Sincere Sprittle. Sanchez on the wing with a long 3, and he gets it.
Boy, this kid's fun to watch when he starts picking it up.
You mentioned he's feeling it. Wow, that was really from a long ways away.
Yeah, he just committed a sloppy foul there.
Fouls Witzel Smith.
Sanchez with 22 now.
He picks up his 3rd on that push.
17 in the first half for Sanchez. Or in this half, excuse me.
Sprittle trying to throw it into Stowell, poked away by Sanchez. High School Hoops on BCB, brought to you by Haldeman Subaru. Check out their new state-of-the-art showroom. Witzel Smith into C.J. Atkins. Now Stowell dribbling up top. Out on the elbow. C.J. Atkins gets it back in the paint. Chargers set things back up again. Down low to C.J. Atkins. Can't hit the layup. Pass batted around by Grant. Loose and whistle. Foul picked up by Jerome Ford.
Too many second chance opportunities for Timber Creek if you're Trenton.
5:08 is time for little basketball on the side.
Trenton had that 7-point advantage at the halftime break. Timber Creek erased that. Now Tornadoes back in front by 5. 5 to go. Ingram dribbles around Stowell. C.J. Atkins blocks his shot. Sanchez picks it up. Elbow jumper, no good. He gets the long rebound, and he's fouled by Witzel Smith.
I don't think that's going to be a shooting foul, is
No,
it?
that's foul number 4, so the next one will put the Tornadoes at the line, but...
And that's 4 fouls now on Witzel Smith, too, so these guys are getting in some foul trouble.
We'll see how Coach Rich Bowles tries to manage that as Sanchez gets the inbound, gives it back to Ingram. And now Ingram will pull back as he's marked by C.J. Atkins. Atkins closes down that space. Ingram's got great control in the paint. Nice
Great
job as
pass.
he drops it off to Grant.
What a sweet pass that was.
And a good finish by Grant to make it 51-44. And then Grant at the other end fouls Jerome Ford. Ford trying to establish a post presence there. And that is foul number 4.
Hey, I'll tell you what, there's going to be this game's probably going to come down to the foul line. Each team with 4 team fouls. 4 minutes to go. Sanchez now on Stowell, the 2 stars of the game.
Stowell with a crossover, lost it. Sanchez picks it up, drives the floor, hangs in the air. No Dixon with the offensive rebound. Poked away from him, stays with it. And, wow, contact there, but they're going to say on the ball was C.J. Atkins. It's blocked out of bounds. We'll stay with the Tornadoes.
I'll tell you what, that was some nice defense by Atkins there on Sanchez coming down for that layup. He didn't make it easy for him.
And then a good job to stick with it to negate Dixon's shot.
Right.
And Ingram throws it in to the corner. Sanchez catch and shoot, no good. Atkins with the board for Timber Creek. Wharton races it up the floor, bangs into Grant, takes contact, count the bucket, and 1.
Each team taking the other one's best shot and then coming back.
And Wharton has come up with some big moments for Timber Creek to help keep them in this game. That big 3 at the end of the 3rd quarter. Here an opportunity for another 3-point play to get him within 4. And he does with 3:41 to go. And then a whistle after the shot.
And now we're coming back down when we're shooting fouls down here.
Yeah, Timber Creek called for a whistle underneath on Grant. That's foul number 5 on the Chargers here. So the Tornadoes
Smith fouls out
to the line, and it's that is another big development with Noah Witzel Smith, the 6-foot senior guard.
He fouls out with 9 points and 6 rebounds.
And looks like Jerome Ford ready to check in for him. And Ford back on the floor for Timber Creek. Meanwhile, Grant gets set for free throws. And with both teams in the bonus, we might see a lot of free throw shooting down the stretch.
Oh, I'm sure. I mean, each team with 5 fouls now. And this has not been a strength for the Tornadoes in this game.
Yeah, Sanchez has been good, but other than that, not a ton of consistency at the line. 1 of 2 for Grant. Makes it a 5-point game, 3:41 to go.
Trenton 11 for 22 from the line. That's your ball game right there.
Crossover by Wharton, sends it out into the corner. Sprittle, his 3 off the side of the backboard, picked up by Ingram, races it up the floor, over to Sanchez. Juan Sanchez extends the Tornado lead.
Textbook fast break right there. Run perfectly by the Tornadoes.
Stowell drops it off to Ford. Ford with some nice work inside. Ford makes it 54-49. Ingram to Sanchez, launches the 3. Hits the bucket, and then gives Chris Stowell a little bit of a look.
Well, those two are going at it right now. It's like, I see what you did. Now you're going to see what I can do.
Timeout on the floor with 2:50 to go. And the Trenton Tornadoes holding an 8-point advantage. Yeah, I need that.
Papers, cups.
I need that. This is why I can tell everybody. The Capital Area YMCA, they got the martial arts, right? But 2025, the year to get in shape at the Capital Area Y, 431 Pennington Avenue in Trenton. Exercise for your health, fitness, strength, flexibility, well-being, and confidence. Yoga classes, Monday evenings at 6. Silver sneakers on Tuesdays. Lower body exercises on Wednesdays. Don't forget leg day. Zumba on Thursdays and Saturdays. Dance and hip-hop lessons. Workout any day during the week with the Capital Area's state-of-the-art workout equipment. For more info on classes and hours, call 609-599-9622. That's 609-599-9622, or visit capitalymca.org. That's capitalymca.org. The Capital Area Y, 431 Pennington Avenue in Trenton. The best kept secret, offering affordable fitness classes and workout equipment. Again, you missed the action here today. Read about it in tomorrow's Trentonian. And thanks also to Kaufman's Printing, now offering same-day services on most orders. Mercer County, have you heard the news? Kaufman'sPrinting.com. Posters, banners, T-shirts, sport uniforms, and more. Mention WBCB Sports, get 10% off your orders. Kaufman's Printing. Check them out. Info at Kaufman'sPrinting.com.
Well, you see Sanchez on Sowell, sticking to him.
Stowell up top to Wharton. Wharton, little move on Grant.
Nice move. Oh, bad break for Timber Creek there.
Can't get the finish, and as the ball goes out of bounds, it's last touched by the Chargers, and Timber Creek over there can't believe the call, and a technical
Another
foul
technical. Holy
and an
moly.
ejection.
Wow. Wow.
It is. And, you know, that I think that ejection explains what happened earlier here. We saw a play, teams battling for a loose ball, and it looked like there was a timeout on the floor. Ended up being a technical foul. Now this tech, I believe, is going to be the end of the afternoon for Rich Bolds.
Okay, and that's a third technical on them?
And I mean, they might have had a legitimate gripe on that one. Like the whole bench jumped up right there. They all saw the same thing, that it looked like it was last off of the Tornadoes. Officials saw it differently.
Well, I'm not going to say. I mean, it's down the other end. I got people in my way here. I'm not going to say one way or the other. But usually you're right. When a team reacts like that, it's almost like every guy sees the same thing. So
Yeah, you kind of read that body language. At the same time, whatever the coach said went over the line.
Yeah.
And you can't do that. These officials are here to do their job as well. And maybe they saw it a little bit differently, but
Bolds is coming across the court now. I'll tell you, that was just an unfortunate sequence for Timber Creek because Wharton made a really nice spin move to get a wide open layup, and the ball rolled off, and then that started that next sequence. And, Trenton can really put itself in a good spot here if they can get a couple free throws and then convert.
And so Sanchez ready to take the tech. Meanwhile, they're continuing to wait for Coach Bolds to exit the gym.
Oh, well, he thought he was going to sit over here, I guess. Sanchez has 22 as his 27 in this half. It's pretty good.
When talking about game of runs, Tornadoes were up 7 at halftime. Timber Creek came roaring back to get back in front in the third quarter. And now
another technical. Well, that must have been because he wasn't leaving, I guess.
And he's still standing behind the bench and was waiting. Maybe he was waiting for his car keys.
Maybe.
Had to get something, and now we have a couple of shots for Sanchez. And is he going to shoot 2 technical in a row here?
From what I saw, it appears so.
Gets those 2. And now, you're at another technical foul number 2. And Sanchez doing his job. Makes it 60-49.
Well,
4 for 4 for Juan Sanchez, and he's been good at the line, good in the field, good from 3, and now has his Tornado team up 61-49.
Yeah, that's a bad kind of put your team in a bad position there, not leaving the court, getting a second tech. I guess that's frustration. And and
now again, some more discussion with the Timber Creek bench. And I think this might be, if they got like a bench warning, right? The coaches are not allowed to stand up. And I think that might have been, they were all instructed to make sure that they're seated.
Yeah. Well, the head coach could stand up.
I don't think so after you get a bench warning.
Oh, all right.
And I think that may have come with that second technical foul or through that process.
Well, let's see.
Just speculating as we're back to it. And Asa Wharton and
that'll be it for Wharton.
And foul number 5 on Asa Wharton. So now Witzel, Smith, and Wharton fouling out this afternoon.
And probably some frustration on Timber Creek, too. Trenton's taking 27 foul shots to 9 for Timber Creek. Well, although a lot of those foul shots just came on these technicals. 8 foul shots were on technical fouls.
Well, you were right when you said we've got some free throws here to look forward to.
Well, I didn't think it was going to be. I didn't think it was going to be because of this, because of all these technicals. And Trenton's starting to drain them now, and that was going to have to happen.
And that is almost putting this one out of reach. Still 2:20 to go, so time left as Ford holds it up top.
Yeah.
Bangs into Ingram, and offensive found out it was Grant who took the charge. And so Timber Creek just not getting any whistles.
No, they're not. That's
and with 2:14 to go, timeout on the floor. Tornadoes in front 62-49.
Well, not to be lost in the midst of all this kind of mess that we're in here. It's is Juan Sanchez what a performance this kid has put on in this second half. He has 31 points, tying a career high that he set 3 games ago. He's got 26 of them in the second half, 15 of them in this quarter when they needed him the most. I mean, he's got, let's see, 26 of Trenton's 30 second half points.
Wow. A Juan Sanchez takeover for the Tornadoes today. But still some work to do as Ingram sends it into Dixon. And Dixon skies, no whistle, off the glass, no good. Back the other way. Here is Ford across to Stowell. Into the corner, Sprittle for 3. Can't get it, and Ingram with the rebound. Battles for a little bit of contact. Now splits defenders and gets the whistle. This one goes against Chris Stowell. And is number 3 for him. Again, if your school would like a game, any sport video streamed, contact WBCB Sports Director Brianne O'Neill at Brianne@WBCB1490.com. That's Brianne at WBCB1490.com. Ingram extends the lead 63-49, gets them both, and Tornadoes up 64-49. Well, at halftime, we talked about Coach Young wanting to make sure that his team won the second half, and they struggled in the third quarter as C.J. Atkins pulls up. His jump shot no good, and Sanchez and Ford shared the basketball, and it's the Tornadoes with the possession arrow. So, yeah, struggled a little bit in the third quarter, but now pulling away here in the fourth quarter and
Timber Creek, they kept battling back in. They kept they would fall behind. They battled back, but that Juan Sanchez barrage just proved a little too lethal.
Ingram fouled by Ford. And steps to the stripe.
Yeah. Well, this was a nice, impressive win for Trenton. I'm sure Timber Creek's not happy with how things played out in this fourth quarter, but let me tell you something. Juan Sanchez was a man possessed. Ingram working on a pretty good game himself. Right now he's got 13 points and
that is another
8
foul,
rebounds.
Third guy to foul out for Timber Creek.
Yeah.
As foul number 5 on Ford. That's what has Ingram at the line. He comes up short with his first free throw. From here, Trenton Central will head to Ewing as they'll visit the Blue Devils and Heightstown next. And a jump ball that time, Atkins and Dixon with a piece of the rock, and it's Chargers with the basketball. Cumberland and Triton coming up next for this Chargers team. C.J. Atkins sends it up top to Stowell. Stowell drives on the right side.
That was all,
Can't
that
finish.
Like
C.J. Atkins nearly with the follow-up. And there is Ingram with the dunk. Electrifies Tornado Alley and makes it 66-49.
Yeah.
Puts an exclamation point on this one. And driving the baseline, Jaden Bolds looked like he was trying for a little bit of electricity of his own, but it's short-circuited.
It's a 12-0 run the Tornadoes are on right now.
Get it into Sprittle. Sprittle double-teamed. And another tie-up. And this one goes to the Tornadoes. Well, Juan Sanchez going to be our player of the game. He'll get a certificate from the Italian People's Bakery for a hoagie.
Am I sending him over to you, or?
I'm going to go find him. I think we'll...
All right. You find him, I'll find Pup, and then I'll talk to him when you're done with him.
We'll have him for a quick interview Again, that's brought to you by the Italian People's Bakery. Whistle, a foul, a technical foul on the bench for Timber Creek.
Wow. Oh, man.
So is that what's that, number 5? Or
5 T's, yeah.
And Sanchez has made him pay for all of those technicals at the line.
He sure has.
I mean, he hasn't been perfect at the stripe, as I shouldn't even say the word perfect because he misses the shot, but he has been very good, and especially on those technical free throws.
Well, he's 5 for
Money.
6 in this quarter from the line. And as you said, all on technical fouls. Well, Trenton just wants to drain the clock out now. Let's see if they foul or not.
Bounce it into Sanchez, nearly lost it, has to pick up the dribble. And he is pushed by Julius Lee.
Pretty sure this is a career high for Sanchez, this 32. He had 31 against Newark. I forget what that Newark was. It was Newark something that they played right before West Windsor.
And the Tornadoes going to improve to 6-6 on the season. Drop Timber Creek to 4-4. So both teams now at the 500 mark after this afternoon's contest. As Sanchez with another free throw to make it 68-49. 3 from the corner, a little too strong. This is one of those games where the final score does not reflect how close this game was for most of the afternoon.
No, it doesn't. This game was 54-49 with just under 3 minutes to go.
Whistle, a foul on Chris Stowell, and he picks up his 4th. And another opportunity for Sanchez to add to his impressive stat line.
I'm completely out of room for him in my little box here. Did he make that? He missed it.
Missed that one. A lot of little bubbles.
Yeah.
On the score sheet.
You got that right. Tiny bubbles.
Makes it 69-49. And makes it a 20-point lead. The Tornadoes' biggest advantage of the afternoon comes as time expires. C.J. Watkins out to Sprittle. They send it into the corner. A 3 with 4 seconds left. That's good from Julius Lee. Gets his first points of the afternoon as we come to the end of today's game. The Tornadoes winning it 69-52 over the Timber Creek Chargers. Our Italian People's Bakery player of the game is Juan Sanchez, eclipsing the 30-point mark and powering the Tornadoes as they bounce back after a loss to West Windsor Plainsboro North. Again, they're back at it against Ewing, and then they'll be taking on Heightstown. Today's game on WBCB brought to you by the Revere Restaurant, thanks to Team Toyota, Capital Health System, Kessel Dermatology, along with New Jersey Education Association, bringing you portions of today's game, Haldeman Ford Subaru, Kaufman Printing, Italian People's Bakery, the City of Trenton, WBCB, Sioka Lincoln, thanks to Capital Area Y, the Trentonian, and Morrisville Chiropractic. All right, Juan Sanchez coming over to talk to us. We are going to wrap things up here on BCB, and we got a camera on Juan. Can we get a camera on Juan? You know, let's do it right here. Juan, if you don't mind, throw this on for me. Got a certificate for being our player of the game from the Italian People's Bakery, and enjoy a hoagie for your efforts today. Want to thank Juan Sanchez for being with us here on WBCB. Congratulations on the effort today, on the win. What does this win mean for you guys as a team to bounce back after falling to West Windsor Plainsboro North?
This win means a lot. You know, I feel like us winning instead of losing, you know, is going to bring us up, keep the momentum up, hopefully.
What was going through your mind? Shooting a lot of free throws. What's your process like when you get to the line? You really successful there, and that really helped you guys get to this win today.
Just calm down, focus. We practice free throws a lot, so it's kind of natural.
You guys now on a bit of a road trip. You're going to visit Ewing, Heightstown, a lot of road games, and don't get back to Tornado Alley for a little bit. Were you feeling it today? I mean, the energy here in the building, an afternoon game, but the fans were really behind you guys.
Yeah, I think the fans a lot.
All right, so what's the key for this Trenton Tornado team to be playing your best basketball? What are you hearing from Coach Young about what you guys need to do to continue to improve and get better each game?
Our defense, transition buckets, that's how we score.
And is that something that is an energy thing? Is it something where you guys have to figure out the scheme that he's putting out, just put up forth the kind of effort that he wants?
It's energy and effort, yeah.
All right, we'll keep it going this season. Thanks for coming over, talking with us. Juan Sanchez, heck of a day. We had you for 30-plus points. The other guy was keeping score. You know what you ended up with today? I might have 33, 34, and he was speculating that might be your career high. So that's quite an afternoon. Congratulations. Thanks for being our Italian People's Bakery player of the game, and congratulations on this win.
Thank you.
Juan Sanchez, our player of the game. Thanks to Juan for coming over and talking with us here on WBCB. Thanks to everybody for hanging out on a Saturday afternoon, to Mr. Frances, to the entire Trenton Central High School staff helping us behind the cameras, Makai Gundy, our video engineer, and also Rich Fisher helping with the call of the game. And our final score here from Tornado Alley. It was Trenton Central High School 69 and the Timber Creek Chargers 52. Thanks for catching high school basketball here on the WBCB Sports Network.